Greetings, I am Pastor Harris, and welcome to this edition of Understanding with Pastor Harris. I'd like to continue on our theme about how good God is, but especially how much He loves us, no matter who we are, no matter where we are, no matter where we come from, no matter what we've been doing or what you're doing now. God loves you. Now, God may not love what you're doing, but He loves you. Bible scholars tell us, and Bible scholars are people who study the Bible for many years, and they put together all of the facts and information that they find out in the Bible. And guess what they've come across? They found out that in this wonderful book, the Holy Bible, there are almost 6,000 promises in here that God has made to you and to me. Almost 6,000. In fact, some scholars say there are over 6,000. The more accurate number is about 5,700 promises that God makes to you and me in His holy word, the Bible. Now, the most astounding thing about that is, or the greatest thing about that is, there is no limit on how many promises you can get from the Bible. It makes no difference how many times you call upon the same promises. They are there for all of us, and God is faithful to give them to us. Let me tell you what the Bible says about these promises that are in the Bible. Psalms, the 91st chapter, verse 4 and 15 tell us this. Because He loves me, God says, talking about you and me, because they love me, I will deliver them. Because they know my name, I will protect them. When He calls out to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble, and I will deliver him and honor him. God loves us. Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, verse 9 tells us this. Know therefore that the Lord your God is God, the faithful God who keeps covenant. Now, covenant means promises that He has made to us. And it tells us that He keeps His covenant and His steadfast love with those who love Him and keep His commandments to 1,000 generations. That means that everything God has taught us, we're to keep them forever and forever and forever. Those things that He taught us many years ago, they are still to be kept to today. Let me go on and show you what else the Bible says about God and His faithfulness to honor all of His promises to us. 1 Corinthians, the 1st chapter, verse 9 says, God is faithful, by whom you were called into the fellowship, that's the family of God, by His Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord. That's where we get the name Christian from Jesus Christ. Numbers, the 23rd chapter, verse 19 tells us, God is not a man that He should lie, or a son of man that He should change His mind. See, I've been teaching you that whatever God says is good, it always is good, and God does not change His mind. It goes on to say, has He said, and will He not do it? Or has He spoken, and will He not fulfill it? Yes, He will. Hebrews, the 10th chapter, verse 23. It tells us, let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering. That means no going back and forth. We need to be steady with God. We need to get on with Him and then hold on to Him no matter what happens. For He who has promised is faithful. God has made those 6,000 promises, and He is faithful. He will keep them. Lamentations, the 3rd chapter, verse 22 and 23 says, the steadfast, that means that strong, unbreakable love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning, and great is His faithfulness. And the good thing to know, again, is that God has no limitations on His promises. You can get them anytime and in anyone and as many times as you need them. Will he break them because we disappoint him or are obedient? Remember the story I told you about Samson? Samson, from his child, from the womb of his mother, was made a promise that God would give him great strength and use him as long as he didn't cut his hair. Well, you know the story. Samson's hair was cut and he lost his strength. But as soon as his hair grew back, see, that was the deal that he made with Samson. That was the promise that he made. Samson regained his strength. Samson failed God, but God did not fail Samson. Same thing with Adam and Eve. But God always keeps his promises. Over 6,000 years of history in here and on this world, it all shows and has proven that God honors and always keeps his promises. The Bible says nothing can separate us from God. Listen what it says in Romans, the 8th chapter, verse 38 and 39. Verse 38, for I am convinced, the Bible says, that neither death nor life, neither angels or principalities, it's talking about evil, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, verse 39, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that comes to us through Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Nothing can separate us from God. Nothing, that is, but you. Only you. And the reason why that happens is we all know ourselves, and we know when we disappoint God, and we get this feeling called guilt. And when we have done something wrong to someone, we feel guilt normally, and we don't want to be around that person, and we don't want to talk to them because we are ashamed and afraid of how they may feel about us. When Adam and Eve disappointed God, they ran from God. That was guilt. They know they had sinned. But what did God do? God went to them. Why? Because I've been telling you from the beginning, God loves us no matter what we have done. He doesn't like it. He doesn't appreciate it. But God never loses his love for us, which gives us the opportunity to always come back to God and redeem, or have him redeem us to him. Nothing can separate you from God. Nothing but you. Evil wants to separate us from God because, you see, evil understands God. And evil understands that any little way it can separate us from God, even a tiny bit, we are not in full coverage from God, or are we able to receive all of the benefits of the love of God. And that's why evil gives us guilt. God does not give us guilt. It comes from evil. Evil wants to separate you from God, but God says nothing can separate you but you. But the text says nothing can separate us from God. So don't run from God. Run to God. He loves you. And no matter what you've done, no matter what you've thought, no matter what you may have done against God or said about God, God will forgive you because he loves us that way. Why is God so eager to give his love to us? Well, the Bible tells us that when he made us in his own image. He loved us from day one. He had a plan already put together so that when we did sin or fail him or disappoint him, we would have an opportunity to be forgiven by him. God doesn't just love the world. God loves you personally and specifically. God has made over 5,000 promises, and they're just for you. He wants to communicate with you every day so that he can build up your relationship with him and make it better and better. He wants to be able to save you from a world of sin and temptation. And all that he asks of you is that you love him. For you to get to know him better. That's what God wants. Everything that God wants you to do, out of this love relationship is for the betterment of your life. Every time you obey God, your life will get better and better and better. Get to know Him today. You can start right now. Makes no difference who you are, where you are, what you've been doing, or what you are doing. God is patiently waiting right now to receive you. All you've got to do is say in your heart, you don't even have to open your mouth, God, I love you. I want to love you more. Forgive me of all of my sins. And we're all sinners, including me. I pray every day He forgives me. Redeem me, Father, and make me a relationship with you and me, and make it better each and every day. You can say that right now. Do it right now. And have it in your heart. And God will strengthen you and show you the way. That's why I'm here with understanding, because I want you to understand how much God loves you and how eager He is to have not just a relationship with you, but the best relationship possible for you to communicate with Him every day. We've all done wrong. Don't feel guilty. Don't run from God. Run to God. An old commercial on our televisions here in America used to say, try it. You'll like it. That's the same way it is with God. Try Him. You will like it. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you've done or you're doing, God loves you and He's waiting to hear from you right now. God bless you. And I'll see you the next time on Understanding with Pastor Harris. God bless you.